Hey there everybody, Ben here with SaunaMarketplace. Thanks for checking out part 3 of our Thermory barrel build. If you haven't seen parts 1 and 2, go ahead and click the links. It's literally everything that we've done to get to this point, and it would probably be pretty helpful to watch. In this video, we're going to be going over the installation of the rain jacket to get you dried inside your barrel, and the finishing trim and the interior benches, as well as the front porch benches and how to adjust the door so that it sits nice and square in the frame. If you haven't already, please subscribe to our channel. We have a ton of helpful information coming out, including our favorite picks for saunas based on most common customer questions, and how best to lay out the power so that you aren't looking at a bunch of wires and conduit in your tranquil sauna space. Okay, back to the build. We left off with your ceiling trim. Now there's kind of a sweet tool that if you don't have, I recommend picking up before you build this thing. This right angle drill attachment was like 15 bucks, and I ended up using it a lot, specifically here on the trim and underneath the benches. When installing your benches, you're going to take the pre-built center support that came with your kit and set it against your wall. Put your level on that and push the support up the wall until your bubble is nice and level. Once that's in place, you're going to mark it with a pencil and remove that center support. Line up the top of the side support with your pencil line. Okay, now you're going to want to measure 2.5 inches, not 3. I actually had to fix this later, so make sure that you're between 2 and 2.5 inches from the curved wall of your sauna, and your side support will be perfect. Sink your center screw into place and then recheck for level. This allows you to make small adjustments so that it's nice and even and drive the 2 remaining S6 screws. Repeat on the opposite wall. The middle bench support leg is super straightforward. Just line it up with the center bracing of the pre-built bench, level it like you did to mark your side supports, and then secure it with S6 fasteners. Next up, you'll install your metal bands. You're going to extend them all the way around the barrel from the top, and make sure you use gloves. The edges of these are actually really sharp, and it's pretty easy to cut your hands. Make sure that they're seated correctly with the bracket facing out and that they're sitting flat against the barrel. Best practice is to keep them on the bottom third of the barrel so that they're not immediately visible and don't mess with your finishing trim. You're going to insert the bolt through the top. Set the nut on the bottom. And use a socket and wrench to tighten them down until they are very snug. The installation of the rain jacket comes next. Unroll it with the shiny side facing down. You want it sitting basically even or slightly below the rear panoramic window if you have one. The cuts on either end are designed to make it easy to fold over and secure with the trim. So line the narrow side of the cuts with the edge of the barrel. Once you have your rain jacket even on both sides and straight from front to back, you're going to install your side trim, which is designed to hold it in place. The side trim is going to go ever so slightly below the end of the rain jacket, with the screws going through the tarpaulin to hold it in place. Do the first side and then pull the jacket tight for the other side and repeat the process. For the end trim, I pretty much started even with one of the sides and then had to do some adjusting as I went forward. I think that finding center on the barrel and lining up center on the top piece of trim might actually work a little bit better. In the end, you're probably going to have to adjust these a few times to get them to line up perfectly, so make sure that you don't secure them all the way right off the bat. Best practice is to go slow, making minor adjustments until both sides are even. And if needed, you can also move the side pieces of trim up to make the end trim flush with the bottom. The backrest can be placed pretty much however you want, but the recommendation in the installation manual is just over 6 inches for the bottom board, and then about 3.5 inches between the bottom and the middle and the top. We did a little bit wider spacing just because of how these boards fell on the staves, so just pick a distance that looks good and then make sure that you match it on the other side. Installing the fixing blocks for the flooring was a little bit tricky, but after leveling the floor, I marked the outside of the frame of the pre-built duct floor and then measured from that mark to the inside of the ductboard frame. Basically, you just want the fixing block to be sitting flush against the inside of the frame to hold it nice and secure. Installing the front porch benches is a breeze. Simply attach the included leg to the bench top using an S1 screw and set your S6 screws in the pre-drilled pilot holes. Set the bench seat square in the corner where the barrel meets your front wall and use your level to level the top of the bench. Fasten the S6 screws under the bench seat into the barrel and use an S6 screw to secure the bottom of the leg. Well, that does it. Hopefully this video helped to show you that a Thermory barrel build is something that you and a friend can pretty easily build in a weekend, if not just one day. And if building a sauna isn't your thing, we have a huge network of builders who would be more than happy to take on this project for you. This stunning Thermory number 60 barrel is available today on SaunaMarketplace.com, along with tons of other options for your dream indoor or backyard sauna oasis. Thanks so much for watching, and please check out our other videos. We really love this stuff and have a lot more to share, so like and subscribe so you don't miss anything. We have a bunch more videos coming out on best practices for conduit and wiring to make sure that your sauna is as wire-free as it can be, and super fun reviews of new and upcoming products. Again, this is Ben with Sauna Marketplace, bringing you that feel-good heat.